Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about something we've never really talked about before. Captain Marvel.
What's that?
Captain Marvel. What is Captain Marvel? Is that
the right answer is, of course, you're talking about Captain Marvel because it's so important.
It's so important. Captain Marvel, I think we did talk about like an initial trailer reaction. We really didn't talk about it that much.
We've talked about it a couple times, I think.
But, I guess where I want to go with it today, in light of some new information that's come out in regards to Sam Jackson, Nick Fury, has made some comments about Captain Marvel that have me concerned Captain Marvel might wind up being the Mary Sue of the MCU.
Right. Well, we already knew that. I mean, this is like news.
People no, like, I know. People are like, what? You're about 3 months late. No. But there's more information now. Okay, so we
Plus,
know...
you haven't seen the new trailer yet, too. I mean,
I have seen the new trailer.
We haven't reacted to it.
We have to react to it?
Well, you just saw it like an hour ago. Go ahead.
Brie Larson doesn't react to it.
But yeah, she does. She smiles some. Anyway, go ahead.
No, anyway. Okay, so they're pushing Captain Marvel, a character who has never been mentioned before in the MCU other than the very, very end of Infinity War, as being sort of the linchpin of the Marvel universe. So, again, everything begins with her. Everything's about her. We've heard from other interviews, I guess, that the Avengers initiative is because of her. So the Avengers came together, or will come together, because of Captain Marvel. Of course, Captain Marvel takes place in the 1990s, kind of sets things in motion. And the word is that she is going to be instrumental in defeating Thanos. And she's stronger than Thanos. She's faster than Thanos. She's better than Thanos.
She can go further than Thanos?
She can go further than Thanos. And apparently, she can time travel, too.
Of course she can.
So... this came out yesterday.
Darn it, she's perfect.
I know, she's perfect. And
she's
that's what I'm saying.
Man.
That's why I'm saying.
She'll pass the Bechdel test.
The Mary Sue. No. So, Sam Jackson gave an interview yesterday, and he talked to Entertainment Tonight, and it's a very long, I can put a link to that in the description. But the interesting quote was, Captain Marvel is pretty much the strongest character in terms of someone with powers that are able to do things in the Marvel Universe. Explained Jackson. We know that we need something that's as powerful as Thanos, and at some point we'll find out how powerful she is and all the things she's capable of. She's one of the few people in the Marvel Universe that can time travel. So this sounds to me like everything begins with her. Everything's going to end with her. She's going to show up in Endgame, and she's gonna give.
Well, she even said in
Thanos,
in the Captain Marvel movie about, I'm not going to fight your war, I'm going to end it. In the one trailer, I'm just going to end the war. So, in a way, again, she has never been mentioned in the MCU prior to showing her insignia on Nick Fury's page or whatever it was at the very end of it was like a
Infinity
pager,
War.
yeah.
Infinity War, it was 90s. So, Infinity War, she's never mentioned. So they're basically going to go back and retcon the MCU to make Captain Marvel the focus, I guess, of the Marvel universe. And, when they start, with, everything begins with her, a hero. Mm-hmm. And then, again, we had comments from Bob Iger, Disney CEO Bob Iger.
Yeah, we'll explain people were taking out of context, but go ahead.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh my God, he's trolling Captain Marvel fans."
No, that's not what he was doing.
he actually is trolling Disney fans. There's some story behind this. So Bob Iger, I think it was yesterday, said, "Fasten your seatbelts for a wild ride. I think we should build a Captain Marvel land and 50 Captain Marvel attractions plus Captain Marvel cruise ships, hotels, restaurants, and parades." Okay.
Now, the backstory behind this, which you mentioned on another show, but if you didn't hear it, was that there was an interview with him recently in a financial magazine talking about the parks and about how they're tying IP to a lot of things because of money. And he made an offhand comment about a beloved attraction that's not IP based, that is Expedition Everest. And a lot of people, including one of the people who worked on it, kind of got mad and were like, why did you say that? Well, then it was interesting because suddenly the article, some people noticed that the quote changed.
It changed.
Suddenly the quote got changed.
The quote changed.
Anyway, and then he was called out for that as well. And the Disney Parks fans were angry with him. So this was a jab at the Parks fans. Like, hey, Captain Marvel, so I'm going to make 50 attractions and a cruise ship and all that, because it was geared at the Parks fans.
It was geared at the Parks fans who just like 2 or 3 days before had a major meltdown over what they thought was a diss at Expedition
Which
Everest.
they shouldn't diss Everest.
No, we shouldn't diss
Everest is amazing.
But
it's our daughter's favorite.
So people who aren't familiar with the parks took it to mean that he was trolling Marvel
but
fans.
That's not what it was.
No, he's just like, hey, it's our new IP, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, whatever. But the reactions, we did, guys. Broke Bob. Welcome to Diz Twitter, Bob. Yeah, again, Diz Twitter. This not the Marvel fans, the Disney fans who were upset. Are you out of your effing mind? This one, Captain Marvel's great, but have you seen DuckTales? You sure do love IPs in the park. Even after the backlash, you still don't get it. Again, was not geared toward Marvel fans. Was not geared toward Marvel fans. It was
the Bobs.
Oh my
The
god!
Incredibles, the Bobs. Okay, so yeah.
Anyway,
so
you get the point. You get the point.
They didn't know they were in on the joke and they misconstrued what it was.
Yeah.
So that was actually not, that was not what people took it as.
Yeah. So people who aren't that familiar with the parks are like, oh my god, he's trolling Marvel fans. It's like, no, he doesn't really care.
Yeah.
I
don't think he cares about the parks fans either. But that's not
yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
As long as they're making money, that's what matters.
But what this shows though is this is kind of tongue-in-cheek because they're actually kind of doing this.
I think it's funny he hashtagged it wrong.
Yeah.
Compete Marvel.
So they actually are bringing Captain Marvel to some of the parks, not Orlando.
No.
They actually are.
There is Captain Marvel on Marvel Day at Sea.
She's coming to the cruise ships. There's
a hotel thing with Avengers in France. I think it's France.
So this isn't completely untrue.
Yeah,
this isn't completely untrue. Basically, the point of this is they're pushing Captain Marvel very, very hard, and the movie hasn't even come out yet. Okay, so Disney's pushing Captain Marvel very hard. We've got reason to believe that she is going to be retroactively be the linchpin of the Marvel universe, cinematic universe, and she's going to be the best. The bestest.
I don't understand. All the other movies, they had to work together, and it's like, we have to work together, and we gotta, win the day and everything else, and we have to, we're a team. And then they kind of, with Civil War, they kind of split the team up and everything else, and all that. But now suddenly they don't need a team. Why do they have a team at all?
Well, the rumor is too that after Endgame, that Captain Marvel's actually
disappears.
No,
what you're gonna tell me?
No, she goes back in the bottle. No, she's
that one. I thought you meant before Endgame. I mean, that's why they had to call her, because she was off somewhere.
That's how they explain. Yeah, that's how they explain
my
her.
Bad. I meant that.
That's how they explain the retcon. She's just been gone for 20 years.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sorry.
She's been disappeared.
End of Endgame. I thought you meant before Endgame.
No,
end of Endgame.
After Endgame. So the rumor is that potentially. Spoiler, well, it's not a spoiler if we don't even know if it's true, but they said that there's a good chance that Steve Rogers is not going to make it out of Endgame, which makes sense because he died at the end of Civil War in the comics, and they spared his life in Civil War, and there have been comments made, obviously, Chris Evans has made comments to the effect that he doesn't, he's appreciated the role and the fans. That sounds kind of final to me, but they think that she's going to take over as a leader.
And like I said to you, because they're both captains.
They're both captains.
They have to be team captain. You can't have two captains.
Can't have two captains on the ship.
And if there's a new captain that's a girl that comes in, obviously they have to take over, because you cannot have the girl be the bench warmer captain.
Right.
You cannot do that now. You're not allowed.
So, again, this kind of comes back to this whole, will she be the Mary Sue of the Marvel Universe, because she basically comes out of nowhere. She's more powerful than anybody else, and she's going to school everybody.
They also kind of show you that in the new trailer, too.
She's going to school everybody.
Because you point out something with the new trailer, too, remember?
What did I point out?
With Coulson?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's look at I want to make them my avatar, because that's what I look like when I'm mad.
That's what you look like when
go
you're
ahead.
mad.
We'll do the trailer, because we haven't done it yet. So go to the back to the trailer, because we haven't done it yet, and, we'll just go through it quick.
All right, so I don't know if I'm playing sound on this or not, but...
So they're just like,
Blah, blah, blah. Review purposes, YouTube. Review purposes.
Yeah.
So we got scrolls. I'm excited about scrolls. I gotta admit.
They call them scrolls.
Yeah.
Scrolls. And it basically is everything you've already seen, but they kind of, show a little bit more to put it in context.
Look how powerful.
Look, I'm going to tell a joke. Look, I got a sense of humor. It's dry humor, but I got a sense of humor.
Smile. Kind of a smile. There we go.
Yeah, ooh,
There's her smile. There's her smile.
They're doing the whole good cop, bad cop thing, I think.
Yeah.
But, so they have this, and basically, it's pretty much what you've already seen. It's just they're building upon what you've already seen a little bit. So it's nothing really new.
Yeah, I just, what was the bit with, No, other people caught this too. Yeah, with Coulson. A lot of people caught this. Actually, we're just really late to the party.
Oh, I watched it since it came out, but you didn't.
Never seen anything like her. She's the best. Okay, and Fury says to Coulson, thinking find us. She's just the beginning.
Think find us some, what did he say?
Some more. I forget. Didn't do the captures. But basically, they're talking about the Avengers Initiative. Because of Captain Marvel, who has never been mentioned ever before.
Now we have hope.
Now we have hope. So she's actually, the second Avenger? Because we got Steve Rogers on ice when this happens. So, yeah, I mean,
basically... I was going to say hope begins with her, but they hadn't found him yet?
Yeah, they hadn't found him yet.
Because I'm like, technically...
But because of Captain Marvel, who was never mentioned before and is ridiculously, ungodly, overpowered, because of Captain Marvel, the entire Marvel universe is going to be set into motion. Of course, because, it's the Marvel universe. So, of course, it's all about her. Now,
right,
they've tried to do this in the comics, too. They've tried to turn Captain Marvel into sort of the masthead for Marvel Comics on repeated occasions. And the comics usually get canceled.
I don't really do the comics, so...
People don't like her that much. She doesn't have a huge fan base, let's just put it that way.
Well, she might now, but it's going to be over the film and not over the comics, which keeps happening.
Right, and this might be a very different version of her, but... So I guess where I'm going with this is... It sounds like already they're pretty much pinning everything on Captain Marvel herself. Like, she is going to be the new center of the MCU after the Infinity War movies are over, and I don't know what that's gonna do.
Help me, Captain Marvel. You're only
right. I don't know what it's gonna do. I think she's gonna be the new Rey. I really do.
I hope not. I'm hoping not. I'm really hoping not. Please God, no. No more of that. I hope they don't go that way. They've been really good about movies. I mean, the only ones I didn't really care for on the MCU movies have been, I didn't really like the second Thor movie.
Yeah,
what was that called again? I don't remember.
Dark World. Yeah,
I didn't care for that.
Literally,
one.
I've watched it once. I have no desire to watch it again.
I don't like Natalie Portman. Sorry. And then I didn't like the second Iron Man film.
Yeah, Iron Man 2. I would say Thor 2 and Iron Man 2 are probably the weakest.
Right.
Okay. Well, everybody screws up, I guess, a few times, but
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just knowing what they can do with things. So I'm hoping it's good, but.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it's good too. I mean, a lot of people are sort of like, already they have their backs up. They don't want to, I will give it a chance. I have concerns with how much they are putting on Captain Marvel. More than you think, like Spider-Man. Spider-Man, who has traditionally been Marvel's mascot, Spider-Man, you'd think they would push Spider-Man harder, but he's definitely kind of taking a back seat. Now that could be
because his name's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And again, that probably comes down, Sony deal and all that, but he's not being pushed as a mascot.
It has more to the Sony deal.
Spider-Man is basically a sidekick in the MCU, which kind of sucks, but he basically is kind of a sidekick in the MCU. And but they're pushing Captain Marvel, I think, as the face of the MCU. And that's going to be interesting to see how that...
We'll see.
Again, not because she's female, I don't have a problem with that, but because this character was never mentioned before, and now all of a sudden, she's the reason for everything, and she's going to come in, and she's the beginning of the Marvel Universe, and she's going to come in, she's going to defeat Thanos, she's going to snap him away with her magic fingers. And I know we never mentioned her, but she's been in outer space for 20 years or whatever. It's kind of a weird situation here. So we will see.
We'll see. It's coming up, so we'll see.
We will see. So are we going to wrap this one up?
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe to Clownfish TV for more pop culture news, views, rants, gaming videos, art videos, and more. This has been Neon and Geeky.
Bye.
Goodbye.